Hi guys, I'm Jennifer and welcome to my channel Mint Green Gypsy. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a project with scrap wood that I found in my garage, and I'm going to be making a haunted house out of it. I also did a workshop with this project and I had 6 attendees. It was my first workshop, and at the end of the video you'll see clips and photos from that workshop, and you'll also see the haunted houses that the attendees made. So I hope you enjoy this video and thank you so much for being here. For this project, we cut out houses from a 2x6 piece of wood, and I'm giving it a coat of Debi's DIY paint in the color French Millinery. I'm just giving it one messy coat so it looks distressed. This is a little addition that's going on the front of the house. I'm painting it with Debi's DIY paint in the color Black Velvet. Debi's DIY clay-based paint is a chalk style paint and it always needs a top coat. Here I'm using Big Top, which is my go-to top coat. You can see that the paint dries to a lighter chalky finish, but when you add the top coat, it dries to a deeper color similar to when the paint is wet. After the top coat has dried on both pieces, I'm using a damp makeup sponge and the color Layered Chocolate to antique the edges of the house. Next, I'm using a stencil and a paint pen to draw on doors and windows. This was the most complicated part of the project. I sanded off my first 2 tries, and this is the 3rd time I'm adding the doors and windows. I struggled the most with the windows sizes and proportions. I finally ended up dividing the house into 3 stories and placing the doors and windows to fit inside those 3 stories. For the workshop, my friend Stephanie from House of Fritz here on YouTube made window and door stencils with her Cricut. It made the process much easier. I got the inspiration for these houses from Murata Home Art here on YouTube, and I'll leave the link to her channel in the description box. I am painting the doors with Debi's DIY paint in the color Electrified. We also used the color Blood Moon at the workshop, which is a bright purple. Both of these colors worked well for Halloween projects. For the windows, I'm using the color Prairie Gray, and I'm using a small flat paintbrush to help me get straight lines on the windows and the doors. And now I'm carefully drawing window frames with a black paint pen. Here's a photo of where we are so far, and in the next photo I'm planning where the Halloween embellishments will go. The ghost is a sticker that I got from the craft store, and I'm using a damp sponge and the color Layered Chocolate to grunge up the haunted house a little bit more. I bought a stencil set from Amazon that was small in scale, and it was actually for journaling. I traced out this banner on watercolor paper from that stencil set and cut it out. And now I'm painting it with the colors Electrified and Summer Crush. I needed a 7-letter Halloween word, so after a quick Google search, I decided on the word haunted, and I used a black Sharpie to finish my banner. I'm grunging up these little pieces of paper with the same makeup sponge and Layered Chocolate paint. I end up writing danger and keep out on them to go across the windows. I used Aleene's tacky glue to adhere my paper signs and banner. This is the base of my house. I had originally painted it with a cobblestone stencil, but I decided to change it, and now I'm painting it with the color Cherry Picked. I mixed in the color Faded Burlap to make the Cherry Picked a little lighter. I'm embellishing my haunted house with mini decor that I got at the craft store. These bones were too long, so I'm cutting them down and making them smaller. The next step is adding the roof. I got these shingles from the craft store. They are for doll houses. I glued them to the roof on both parts of the haunted house. I used Aleene's tacky glue, and I went back through with some hot glue in some places that needed it. Here I am creating a wash with Debi's DIY black velvet and water. I used this mixture to paint the shingles. This is another stencil set I got from Amazon, and I am using it to make a pathway to the door. I have a small amount of paint, and I am lightly stippling with my brush. I actually prefer using a makeup sponge for stencils, but since I wanted a narrow path, I used this brush. Next, I'm using a hot glue gun, and I'm gluing down some Halloween decorations and then some moss to finish the haunted house. So guys, I'm almost done with this haunted house, but if you watch till the end, you will see some photos and videos of my first craft workshop, and you will see how everyone else's haunted house turned out. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Please let me know if you like this haunted house project in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.